What's good, Big Blue family? Welcome to Big Blue Reborn, where we talk real New York Giants football, no fluff, no corporate takes, just honest breakdowns and real standards. I'm here, Milton, and I'm here with my cousin Ethan. We're here with episode 14. Episode 14.
Yes, sir.
14, we're going to be doing the rookie minicamp takeaways. Of course, we were here last week talking about what we expect. Now, they've been here all weekend. Now we're going to kind of hear about the takeaways from some of the analysts, some of the coaches, and what we've seen, in some of the videos and the highlights and things of that nature. So, Evelyn, I'm going to start with you, man. Like, look, it's a busy weekend this weekend. We got our future on the field. We got future on the field. Harbaugh is starting to line up how he wants things done. How you feeling about the rookie minicamp?
Feeling pretty good, just we got a lot of reports. We got a lot of quotes from coaches and reporters and everything. Just some of the things that I took from it. Some of the biggest takeaways we got was like really on defense, because we didn't have our quarterback out there to really gel the offense, but we got a lot of good pieces on the defense out there, and you can already tell we making a more physical identity. Like our whole draft was like big-bodied young guys that are ready to play.
Yeah.
Like, and that seemed like the idea. Like they were more NFL ready, right out the gate. So starting off with top pick Arvell Reese, he was looking like a centerpiece. Reports are saying he was moving really well. He was picking up assignments quickly, showed leadership traits at linebacker. Coaches just viewed him as a versatile piece, not just as a pass rusher. So that's good. Because once he's actually playing that linebacker spot and then goes into that pass rushing role, is going to be even better.
Yeah.
So let him get solidified in one position.
He was in a lot of pass coverage over the weekend. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a lot of good things. Let him be in the middle. Him with Tremaine Edmonds. And then moving back over to the offense, I'm gonna go back and forth. Francis Mauigoa, he was looking like he's going to be able to immediately contribute.
Yeah.
I'm glad that even though he was a tackle, they said they were going to work him at guard. They got him in at guard, so he's already starting to get those guard snaps.
Yeah.
And that's what we like to see. Let him get used to being on the inside versus the outside. He was already good at tackle, and now you're moving him on the inside where, that defensive lineman is a lot closer and the defensive end doesn't get that rushing start. So it's really good for him to really just get more reps. That's all we can do right now. The only impression is that his size and power instantly translated to the NFL. So that's good to hear that, the young man's been in the weight room. He looked like a big gentleman when we seen him on TV. He just looked like he's ready to move people and he ready to die for this
Yes,
shit. So, and then back over to the defense, we got Colton Hood. I think he made the biggest play. I think if you've been listening to any type of Giants information, yes sir, he made that. He made it. If it was a live play, live action, it would have been a pick six. He made a splash play. It's just growing optimism that he could be ready to compete for that second cornerback spot, and that's good, showing that he's physical and he's smart.
Yep.
And that's what we need. And one thing I really like to hear is just him having confidence, because I feel like in the NFL, a lot of the corners come in and they don't have that confidence.
Yep.
But if he's already showing that, that's a big thing.
Yep.
Let's move back over to the offense with Malachi Fields. He was showing reliability with his hands and looking very physical out there, a physical dominant presence, being 6'4". The staff was saying things about his blocking and just toughness, and that fits, John Harbaugh style. Maybe he'd be in the slot sometimes,
Yeah.
and then we can change things up. And then last but not least, the kicker, special teams, got to hit a little bit of that. Dominic Zavada, he was doing pretty well. The undrafted rookie went 5 for 5 on kicks from 50 plus yards. So that's good to see that we have another kicker in the building that can definitely hit from long range, just in case if anything happens. So I'm happy with the rookie minicamp, and
Yeah, man.
I'm sure you got some more quotes from coaches
Yeah.
and people who are on the inside.
Oh,
What you got, Mick?
I did the deep dive. You already know. I did the deep dive. I was in there trying to
Okay.
figure out what the analysts were saying. I'm trying to figure out how John Harbaugh sees his people. But
Mm-hmm.
one thing that you said at the beginning that stood out that I definitely wanted to bring up. You said that our
What's up?
quarterback wasn't out there. He wasn't able to, kind of throw the ball to our receivers and things like that. But the benefit, one thing that I did hear, he was there. He wasn't
Right.
performing, but Dart,
Right.
Scat, and I think it was Fidone he was with. They were all
Mm-hmm.
sitting there watching rookie minicamp, and they said
Right.
no vets have ever come to the rookie minicamp before. So I love the fact that he's showing leadership already.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing I
Okay.
love to see is like everybody's always a lot of people had it up in the air. Oh, Jaxson darts all over the place. He's at the derby.
Right.
He's doing a bunch of nonchalant stuff with his girlfriend and things of that nature. He's not focused.
Mm-hmm.
Football is still number one for him, man. He's not playing no games. So that's
Yeah.
one thing that I really loved about hearing about the rookie minicamp is that he was there watching, being able to
Yeah. You're right. He definitely poked his head up and said, "Yo, I see y'all doing y'all things.
hey,
I'm out here. I
yep.
see y'all. I see who's going hard. That's what's up."
That was one thing. Another thing that I wanted to take note that as far as like Harbaugh's vision, right? One
Yeah.
thing that they said there was no music.
Oh yeah.
Great football.
Yeah.
The only
Mm-hmm.
music I want to hear is these pads clapping. Of course, they're not in pads yet, but he's like, I just want to hear football sounds. That's going to be the music we're working
Right.
with. So you see, he's already implementing his vision, his mindset toward
Right.
the football game, right? It's about to be about football all day, every day with them. So I really love the
Right.
direction that Harbaugh.
Can I say something real quick? I mean, that's good for the rookies, but when the vets get on the field, I don't know if you gonna be able to hold that music off. Let's see. If
Look,
there's no music when the vets are there, then they really buying in. But
we're gonna
we'll see,
see.
because
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
see.
see.
Cause look, the quarterback was
Yeah.
sitting right there. I don't know. He ain't saying nothing. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I like the fact that
Right.
if
All
they
right.
really about to lock in and get focused, man, it's gonna be a good thing to
Mm-hmm.
see. So that's
Right.
that's one
Clear
thing.
thinking.
But moving right along, we're gonna get into some of these quotes that I got, right? I definitely wanted to
Okay.
hear like what the coaches are talking about, how they view the players, because we can see the highlights and we can kind of make our own determination, but we don't know what the coaches are planning. And Harbaugh is the most important. So I'm gonna read you some of these
Mm-hmm.
quotes that I got. So the first one, he was talking about Arvell Reese, right?
Yeah.
Well, first quote, he's talking about just the mini camp in itself. He said it's a rehearsal type of camp. It's called fast rehearsal. When you do the team period, so when we're gonna go fast. We're going to try to execute fast. We're going to try to be on point with great technique, and we're going to rehearse. So he's just focused on implementing his game plan now, getting them ready to run constant reps and get it perfect. So by the time you get to
Right.
OTAs, this is not no new information. We already got our feet running.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that he said, we're gonna kind of do the football dance, so to speak. We're not actually competing against one another. You don't see violent physical types of battles out there, but it's more of competing against yourself and learning how to execute the play. So like I said,
Right.
he's more this is all just attention to detail. Making
Mm-hmm.
sure that you can stay
Yeah.
in front of you, stay on top of your feet. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you know your assignments. And then what he also said was he's going to try to give them as much information as he can and see what sticks. See who's going to be able to retain this information going forward into the next few camps. So he definitely has his mindset in the right place. I love the way as far as what he's saying, I love the way it sounds. Um,
Yeah. That's good. That's
Colton
good.
Hood, like we brought it up, he got that pick six in the 2-minute drill, and he spoke about that as well.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I loved him in press. He was great at press corner. He was playing press out there with the other cornerbacks. He looked really good. You saw him make a couple of plays. How about that interception in the 2-minute drill, right? That was nice.
Yeah.
He was good,
Yep.
diligent the whole time. So Harbaugh sees that, Hood is definitely attention to detail. He's taking care of what he needs to take care of. So I love that.
Right.
Uh,
I'm glad he's giving his players props already. You know, you make good plays, coach gonna talk about you, so that's a good thing, you
exactly,
know?
exactly. You remember Brandon Brown, that assistant GM, even he came down
Yeah.
and said his attention to detail and great ball ability. Um I'm sorry, great ability to command the huddle. He came down and said that in
Okay.
the interview as well. So he definitely sees like Colton Hood in a good spot. He also said that he with Arvell Reese with the green dot as the linebacker was able to command the huddle
Okay.
very well as well. So it's
That's
good
good.
things, man. We haven't heard anything negative. Um
Right. I don't wanna hear nothing negative.
that's what I'm saying, man. You don't want to hear nothing negative in
Right.
the rookie minicamp, bro.
It better be
It
all
should be
good. We don't
clean.
want here to hear
It should be clean.
nobody stubbed a toe and nothing. I
Yeah.
don't wanna hear about a paper cut, nothing.
I got a few more. I got a few more that we'll get through. Um This was one more from John Harbaugh about Arvo Reese. Very natural mover off the ball, which was something we saw on tape. But when you see it in person, you see it on the practice field, it's a whole different ball game. He said he
Mm,
feels better about it and he picks up things very quickly. Very serious mindset and very diligent about his assignments. So he said within the 2 days that they were out there, he didn't miss any assignments. So there was nothing that he had to
that's
correct
good.
them on. So it's more so just give him the playbook, let him learn, let him grow. And it should be beneficial
Mhm.
for us going forward. He said literally verbatim, he said, I don't think he got one assignment wrong throughout the 2 days, which is great to see. The way we are built at the will position lines up for and at the will position, he lines up in all of those spots. So even though I said he's an inside linebacker, he's still going to be able to line out on the edge. Sometimes you'll see him lined up
Mm,
in the middle. Sometimes you'll see him stacked on the line. You never know. They're going to deploy him. It
right.
sounds like Denard Wilson has a crazy, crazy system that they're about to, let loose once they get
Okay,
all their
yeah.
players out there. And then I got two more.
That's good.
One from Carl Banks, and then one from Jordan Renan. This one from Carl
Okay.
Banks. This one's on Arvo Reese as well. Reese is impressive in space, zone coverage, and pattern recognition. He's a natural. He flows into passing lanes pretty well.
Mm,
Coaching points from Denard Wilson were applied the very next play to satisfaction. He's a natural
that's good.
linebacker, and he ran the huddle today. So that's from Carl Banks. You already know, like, hey, that's one of our greats. That's one of the vets right there.
Yes,
And if
sir.
he's
Yes,
saying
sir.
that he can command the run, if he can command the huddle, I should say, from a distance, that's good. Because if he's seeing that at rookie minicamp, it's only up.
Mhm.
And then the last thing, one more statement. This guy was talking about Arbo Reese as well. Jordan Renan, the Giants Nation show. Good physical specimen. I can see why they liked him. I mean, he stands out. Also, physically, he's massive. He's bigger than almost all the other the rookies that they brought in. And even when you have him standing up next to Mauigoa, and he looks a little bit bigger than him. So
Oh, wow.
everybody's taking notice, man. We got some good players on the team, and
Yeah.
and now we gotta be excited. Harbaugh did say a few
Mhm.
good things about CC as well. He said he looks
Okay.
like a natural guard right out the gate. Of course, he's
That's
gonna have
good.
to get some technique work, taken care of, because he's never played guard before, but him doing guard for the first time, he said he looked really good in those first few snaps. So I'm excited about that, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I missed one. Pat Leonard talking about
okay.
Malachi Fields. He said the
Okay.
third rounder was great. He didn't drop a pass on Friday. Saturday, he had a few big drops, but nothing to worry about. He had one big drop wide open downfield, but he made some good grabs after that from the slant position. So
Okay.
that's one thing I definitely wanted to bring up. Just because
Okay.
it's again, this mini camp, you're doing a pass skeleton, you're not really doing much. Like drops right now, we
Yeah.
don't need to really be concerned. But me being a Giants fan, I remember when we signed Slayton
Yeah.
and Slayton's mini camp. Great day the first day. Second day, he had a bunch of drops. So it sounded kind of familiar.
Mhm. Oh
You know what I
gosh,
mean? Like,
man.
look. Only time will tell. I'm just hoping we're not seeing like history repeat itself. He's much bigger.
Right. Yeah.
He's a wider frame, so he'll be able to, get his hands on more balls
Yeah,
and
he better.
get himself in a better, better position than most. But again, only time will tell with that.
Yeah, he better start. He better go to the. He better learn from Michael Irvin. You better catch the ball like this, something like that, bro. I don't care. Just two hands, your body, your chest. Just make sure you hold on to it.
Bring it in.
Whatever, yo.
Bring it in.
So
And then Zavada
that's it.
didn't really write much about him except for the fact that he kicked both days. They didn't tally it up the first time. The second day he was 5 for 5, two of them being 50 plus. So
Yeah.
good thing to hear because we never have kickers, so we need a kicker on the team.
Yep. And what did Arvell Reese say when the reporters, they weren't there on Friday, but they were there on Saturday? He said that he don't want to be heard, he'd rather be seen.
Yes.
And like when I heard that quote from him, it's just like, yo, this young man is is uh, is is got his head on the right way.
Yeah.
This
He's
made me
ahead of
want to
his
wear my
time.
Lawrence Taylor jersey. Like, all right, we got another linebacker in the building.
Yeah.
Let's let's see if we really got one of the greats coming forward in the next upcoming season and seasons to come. So
And I
I'm
like to
happy to
hope
hear
so,
about all
man.
these differences.
I like to hope so because it's again, we didn't think he was going to drop to 5, and everybody thought he was going earlier than that just off of his raw talent. Now we get him behind some
Yeah,
NFL coaching and give him some time to get into the weight room and get ready for this football season. We could see a
right.
beast being formed right in front of us, man. And I love the 52. I
hmm
like that.
It'd be like one of those players is just like, wow, you know, like how when Dallas had a Micah Parsons, and they're just like, how did he even get that
Oh
far?
yeah,
It's just like, and we got him at 5, so he didn't, and we're saying he fell so far. Like that's how great he is.
I
You know what
know,
I'm saying?
I
Like,
know.
oh, the 5th pick overall, he
And
fell that far.
should not have
Like,
gone
dang,
that far. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
exactly. So let's just, I'm ready.
Hey, oh, it's only up from here, man. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
So moving right along, we're gonna move into the spotlight. The
There we
spotlight this
go.
year. The spotlight this week, I should say. So this week, I should say. So this week we're gonna start a review. We're gonna go over the
Mhm.
sophomores from last year. Not the rookies
Yes,
from
sir.
this year, but the sophomores from last year. This week we're gonna start from the bottom and work our way up.
Yeah.
So we have 3 players we're going over this week. We got Korie Black, we have Thomas Fidone the second, and we got Marcus Mbow.
There you go.
Um, as far as their seasons last year, they all had 3 individual. They were very different seasons
Yeah.
for each one of these
hmm
players. You know what I mean? Korie Black, he actually got some burn because of injuries. Uh,
Right.
Mbow got some burn because of injuries.
hmm
Fidone, he didn't really get that much work. You know,
Right. Just special teams, really.
like special teams
But
blocking and things like that, but we didn't really get to see him do much. Um,
right.
but starting with Korie Black, man, what do you have on Korie?
So Korie Black was selected in the 7th round out of Oklahoma State. Um, Really, his year was mainly about depth, special teams, and just learning the NFL game. He appeared in 11 total games last year, 9 with the Giants. He was actually on the Jets practice squad,
I
then
remember that.
came back, and then he finished total with 17 tackles, 1 pass breakup. So nothing really great to brag about or anything, but his biggest workload came when injuries forced the Giants to rotate younger defenses back. He was able to get in there. He was picked on a little bit, but that's what happens when you're a 7th round pick and you playing with the big boys. The first teamers. First action against the 49ers, he recorded 8 tackles and 1 pass defense on the season. Um, he was waived by us, but he was quickly picked up by the Jets before we signed him back because of injuries. So we definitely did like him. Um, he has raw athletic, but with upside on special teams. Hopefully, this year, if he's back on special teams, all it takes is 1 to 2 special teams play. You getting back there on a gunner, you as a gunner and getting back there, or you just whatever you got to do, make a tackle, block somebody into the stands, whatever you got to do, just to put yourself on tape.
Mhm,
So,
mm,
he's a strong young man. Um, he's got some burn. He just needs more reps and build on some more size and strength. And hopefully this year, after like all the sophomores this year, eating more and getting in that NFL weight room, and working out with more vets that have been there, done that, getting some more information on how to take care of your body
mhm.
and at the NFL level because it's different. It's a whole new animal. Um, so some of the key takeaways, he showed enough athleticism and tackling to stay in the NFL. The fact that he was picked up by the Jets and then brought back by us, where a lot of seventh round picks, if they don't make it, they already done. But he's still on the team this year.
Yep.
So he was pressed into action because of injuries, and he stepped up. Of course, it's rough when you didn't really think you're a seventh round pick. You don't think you're going to get that much burn, but when you do, so you try to learn quickly. So it he he really just needs to make plays when he can, really mainly on special teams until he's able to,
Get
because
on the field, yeah.
able to get into that role of a good cornerback,
Yep.
or decent, because there's so many cornerbacks in the NFL that don't pan out. And if he could step up and just keep doing his thing and just possibly be there, if somebody gets hurt, you're not a dude who just gets picked on.
Yeah.
So, physically he can do it, and he can tackle. So let's see if he can continue that, get that strength, and be somebody that isn't going to embarrass the New York Giants when they put him out there.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So,
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing that I got. You had the you said 17 tackles, 1 pass breakup.
yeah.
He
Mhm.
allowed 12 catches on 15 targets on his on when defending in the cornerback outside. He gave up 3 touchdowns on a total of 184 snaps, which is not that bad, not terrible, but it's definitely not great. Just like you said,
Right.
elite athletic profile, speed, and recovery flash, raw technique. But his downfall, he got caught out of position too many times, and the quarterbacks see that and they target him aggressively, just like you were saying. Like they were picking on him. They knew when he was in the
Mhm.
field, when he was on the field, they send their receiver on a double move. Then most likely they're coming down with it. So
Yeah.
hopefully this year we got Denard Wilson who's going to be able to kind of be that defensive back whisperer and get into
Mhm.
these corners that we already had, get into their ears and try to reignite a new flame so they can play a little bit better. I got early predictions for him. I'm hoping that he can see CB4, CB5. He stays on the roster. Most likely he's going to be a heavy special teams, as you were saying before. I say
Yeah.
if we do get him in the team, if he gets on the field, we need him to make sure that he's a great tackler.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and then
You know.
in opportunities, I need some interceptions from these corners, man. So
Mhm.
out there, I need him to take that ball away. He's got to take that ball away. So hopefully this year we can get him around like 25 tackles and maybe 1 interception. That'll be decent
Right.
for
I
where he's
shoot.
coming.
I I would love for him, even if he does, the turnover would be great. One turnover would be great. I would like to see him get more pass breakups,
Yeah.
because the more pass breakups means you're in glue, you're sticking on to receivers in man coverage,
Mhm.
or in zone, you're breaking on the ball. You're seeing the route progressions, and you're like, okay, I got this flat zone, but I'm a step back to make it look like I don't got it or whatever, and
Yeah.
then you break on it and break up a pass on a running back or whatever. And he's a seventh round pick, so no one's really expecting much from him. But if he can just get more pass breakups, that's the key to staying on the team and making sure he wraps up tackles. You never know, especially when you wrap it up and tackle. Let's, somebody else come up in there and make a play. Arvell Reese come in and pop the ball out
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. You never know.
Yep.
So it's all about tackling in the NFL. If he can continue to do that, that'll be great.
Yep. I'm with it. I'm with it. Hey, let's hope we see some sort of rise out of him, man. Let's not see him try to get
Exactly.
on a Jets practice squad again, middle of the season.
Hmm.
So, moving right along, man, we got our man
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thomas Fidone the second, man, the tight end.
Yeah. Hmm.
2025 rookie season. He didn't really see that much action. The Giants room was very crowded, man. We had a bunch of tight ends back there, so we didn't know what we were gonna do with all
Yeah.
these tight ends. He came out of Nebraska. Strong red zone
Hmm.
presence. He could be a strong red zone presence for Dart because he's big,
Right.
definitely catch the ball, but we never really gave him the opportunity, so we don't really know if he's gonna really come down with it. Things that stood
Right.
out for the a little bit of time that he able to do something, his route running is smooth for his size.
Okay.
He can catch, and the main thing I put was like his clean routes because I thought he was gonna be like a dog. I remember watching him last year, so
Okay.
we didn't really get to see him do anything on the field. So I don't really have much like many plays to talk about.
Stats wise.
But prediction, if he can get it together and get this camp well, I think he could be tight end 3 behind um
Likely
Theo
and
and
Johnson
behind Theo because Manhurts is great, but Manhurts is really just a blocker. I think
blocking. Yeah.
if we can deploy, like if they're gonna be running at 12 and we got Likely and Johnson out
Johnson.
there, and then all of a sudden you throw Fidone on the next set, and that's the only tight end out there. You don't know what you're gonna get from him, and he could be
Right.
give him that quick cut like Kittle,
Mhm.
great routes, and we moving down the field. So I'm hoping that he gets an opportunity to actually show off his route running abilities and get on the field
Yeah.
this year, man. I think he's a great tight
Right.
end. He's got the size, he's got the build. Now we just got to see something.
Mm.
What you got on him?
Thomas Fidone. He made the roster. Last year he had a good strong preseason, 8 of 9 targets for 64 yards. Um, but you press the coaches with good blocking and special teamwork. You know, always a good path to stay on a roster is blocking and being special team, being a consistent tight end, knowing that you're good for your blocking, you're strong. You don't let people, you don't get blown by and everything. They can trust you on the field, so that's good. He appeared in 17 games, only 14 offensive snaps. Most of the action coming in on special teams. He didn't record a reception last year, but like you said, he's a big bodied guy, tall. He could be a red zone threat. Everybody's looking at Theo or Likely. We running 13 personnel, one wide receiver, three tight ends, and let's see. Fredoni just beats the one that sneaks underneath the line and no one's looking for him, and boom, a quick 1 yard touchdown. I'll be happy with it. You know what I'm saying? He just got to get on the field and just be productive. What else do I have? He's viewed as a long-term uh upside projection. He's 6'6", so like 6'6", 225, 255. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
So he has the athleticism, the blocking ability, the height, and he actually fits that Harbaugh mold as being a big physical player.
Yes.
So that's good for a tight end to be have that size. Um, he has a lot of resilience. He had back in his college career, he had 2 ACL tears in Nebraska. So, maybe a lot of people didn't think he was, built physically tough, but if you can just keep coming back from that and not giving up,
Yeah.
that shows that he's mentally strong,
Mhm.
So um he was the 7th round pick. Uh Special teams value. I'm just glad he's make your name as a blocking tight end. And then, when they decide to give you a pop pass or whatever, you can make one move. All it takes is one catch and you making one person move, miss,
Mm.
safety's not going to want to tackle you.
Yep.
It's going to have to be a linebacker. You outrun a linebacker, now they're looking at you like, okay, we can create at least 1 or 2 plays for you. If something were to happen to anything else, just being available and ready and knowing you have that good skill set to be able to block
Give him
and
like a
make sure
block and release off,
exactly.
and they're like, "Why is he open down there? Who was sticking him?" Like, yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's
See it.
that's what we want other teams to be saying about, Fidone. Like, who is this
Who
guy?
is this
That's
guy?
that's what I want to hear. Like, who is this guy?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the perfect
Exactly.
thing to hear from another fan base.
Yes, yes.
So
No,
just as long as he can stay healthy and keep developing, Fidone could have a solid career with the New York Giants.
yes, sir.
Tight end 3, 4, move his way up. So and you never know. Theo got hurt last year. We know that who's the third tight end?
Belly.
You said, excuse me,
Oh well, the third tight end now is Manhurts. Last year we
Manhurts.
had Bellinger.
Right, yeah. So now with Bellinger gone and Manhurts is primarily just blocking, not known for any receptions. If God forbid, if Theo gets anything happens to him, knock on wood, or likely everybody just moves up a spot, and then that's where it happens because you're gonna get hurt in this game. So let's see. Even if it's not like a serious injury, somebody comes out, they need a breather or something like that, and you can just go in and block your ass off, put somebody in the dirt,
Yep,
make it so that they want to run to the opposite side or use this run off of your side because they know you can block well.
yep.
So that's what I got on Thomas Fidone the second.
Yeah, man. Hopefully it pans out, man. Hopefully it pans out. I'm starting to think that the way that it looks, I think Joe Shane ain't going nowhere no time soon. So
Yeah.
at this point, I'm hoping that his picks are gonna pan out. Like at this
Right.
point,
Yeah.
if he's locked foot with Harbaugh and this is the future, then just be right, man.
Yeah.
Just be right.
Right.
Get some of these picks, like if Kayvon and Evan Neal have a breakout year this year, and then Fidone
Hmm.
comes back, we got Korie Black has a balling out year. When he's in that dime package, and we got some more corners on the field. Like
Right.
at that point in time, Joe Shane looks pretty good, man. So we're gonna see. We're
There
gonna
you
see.
go.
The last player we got on the list, Marcus Bow.
Boom.
Marcus Bow.
Yes, sir.
So he showed the most promise out of all
Yup.
three. He really
Hmm.
he got thrown into the fire because of injuries, just like Korie Black. But it's more of you're more magnified on that offensive line when it comes to, especially in New York. So
Right.
he got some playing time due to injuries. He impressed the former coaches though. That's why he's still on the squad. He shows athleticism, recoverability and pass protection, versatility at the guard
Hmm.
and tackle space, and
Right.
the competitive toughness is blatant when you see him.
Hmm.
It's from what I have, he only allowed 1 sack when he played,
Okay.
8 pressures on 97 pass blocking snaps. So that's not bad.
Nah, no, no.
Plays nasty and finishes through blocks. His weakness, I put down his anchor strength
Yeah.
versus power rush. So like when they when
Hmm.
they when they come off the ball and they come straight at him, like he don't really know how to handle that. And that's kind of where
Right.
where where some of those sacks came, that those pressures came, I should say.
Right.
He just needs to get bigger. That's really all I
Hmm.
got for him is just get in the weight room, get bigger, work on your technique. He wasn't bad last
Right.
year, but as far as being an offensive lineman in the NFL, you got to stay on top
You
of
got
your game.
anchored down. Right. So, but the thing is, the best thing about it is your first year. And he was at Purdue. So, I mean, it's not like he was facing the Ohio States of the world and all that
Mm,
stuff. So,
uh,
1 year being in the NFL weight room, that meal plan, like it's gonna do wonders for all these players. And this second year, um, people are gonna come back stronger. What I got on Bo, he was the 5th round pick. Versatility, athleticism. I'm glad he was able to play both guard and tackle.
Yeah.
Um, Multi-position lineman, that's always good. Maybe we could throw him at center. You never know because he was always at guard and tackle. If he could snap, that would be perfect because JMS needs some competition. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put that out there. He's multi. multi-positioned.
Hey, I'll say this before you finish real quick. It's not the first time I've heard that.
Oh, yeah.
That's not
That'd be crazy, right?
so.
Because I mean, he's multi-position, so it's just like if you want to find another position, like try all the positions,
Mhm.
and why not center?
Shoot, it may click. That should be great.
Yeah, you never know. Just give JMS some more. And the thing is, if he gets that strength, and being at, because the thing is, I feel like every time he had like those strength issues, it came at the tackle spot where those defensive ends got that running start and they could use speed to power.
Yep.
So now when you're at the center, and you're working with Mauigoa and John Runyon, and they're right in front of you, things will be a lot different.
Different, yeah.
But who knows? I don't even know if they're gonna put him at center, but it's just
It's a
something
good
I thought
thought.
of.
You put it in the air, put it in the stratosphere.
Yeah, just because they say he's multi-position lineman, and then
Mhm.
my thing is, if you're a multi-position, like be able to play all five.
Yeah.
You know, he appeared in 6 regular season games, made 1 official start as a rookie because of injuries. But they gave him meaningful snaps. So at tackle against the 49ers, Raiders, and Cowboys, um, even though they were meaningful snaps, it's just so happened that like those defensive ends weren't the greatest at the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're meaningful snaps. The NFL players are NFL players.
Yeah, no,
So
true, true.
um, I'm glad he has good movement skills, that he has good feet, pass protection skills. Like, yeah, just the thing is, his issue is just the strength. He just got to get stronger. Um, I'm glad he was able to play both left and right tackle. The swing tackle is always good. We need a good swing tackle,
That was cool.
just to be consistent. Because with Andrew Thomas, um, his injuries, we haven't had a full season from him for a while. And if we need to do some shuffling, he's available to be there for us, and he won't look crazy out there. My thing is like, if you're going to be a backup and you got to come in just for a short period of time, you don't want to just be embarrassing. Like, all right, yeah, of course, whoever in the NFL is like, all right, if somebody just got hurt, you're going to attack the new guy, right?
Yeah.
But if the new guy can at least hold themselves out of, you're on there for 10 plays and you do solid 7 of them,
Mhm.
yeah, 3 times you're going to get got because it's the NFL.
Yeah.
But 7 of them you holding your own, and they're not like crazy quick pressures. It's just like, oh damn, that dude did a good move on me. He's a top 10 defensive end or defensive tackle, so he's gonna win. But other than that, I'd be happy. He just had that athleticism. But the thing is, by the end of the scene, by the end of the season, he was making some better plays. He was um
You could
more competent, and that's a good thing. Just don't want those crazy 1 second, like Evan Neal or Daniel Falele, like just instant. Soon as the ball snapped, it's like the dude is his back is
deer
turned
deer in the
to
headlight.
the offensive line. Like that's what we do not want, bro.
Yeah.
We don't want the offensive tackle looking at the quarterback a second after the ball was snapped. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
So
I was watching some of like Falele's like highlights and stuff.
bro, this for being so big, I don't get why he was on the floor so much, bro. Dude was on the floor. He was on the floor more than just as much as Embiid, dog. Like, I don't get it. Why do these massive human beings like to be on the floor? Like,
I don't know why, but
I
he looks
just,
so confused sometimes. He just looks so
bro,
confused.
look
I
lost.
was like, dog,
Like,
what is happening right
bro, he was like the ball was snapped. Like, oh, no wonder he ran by me. Like, bro,
Oh
come
my
on.
God. Look, I'm looking,
Usually,
praying, I'ma stand on it. And Harbaugh,
mhm,
trust he's brought in the right coaches. We are going to get these linemen right. They're going to
right.
move in the right direction, and we're not going to see any more of that nonsense, man. So I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I'm sipping the Giants Kool-Aid. I am ready for the season. And you know, I'll be honest with you. I'm not here talking about we about to lose games in May, bro. I just can't
No.
do it.
Oh no, don't.
I was listening to Dash the other day and he was like, "Man, I'm not one of the people that's going to start writing off games in May. Like, what are we doing?" And I was thinking about that and I was
Right.
like, "You're right." I was over here talking about we're going to be 8 and 9 now. Fuck all of that.
Right.
I have
Right.
all the
I hear what you're
confidence in the
saying. All right, that you
world.
say it like that.
I got all the confidence in the world in the coaching staff right now and this in the roster that they're putting together that we are going to be competitive all season. We are gonna be
Right.
competitive all season, and people are gonna be
Yeah, it's
upset
gonna.
about it.
I want all our game, not all our games. I've already said this. I want all of our games for at some point Jameis Winston to be playing
Yep,
because we didn't whoop so much ass.
exactly.
But in the case that some teams are playing well and we got to get down to the fourth quarter and it comes to one drive on the offense and the defense, more times than not, we're making those plays and we're getting down there. And that's, I mean, offensively, I feel that way that Jackson Dart can do it.
Yes.
Defensively, I feel confident that Denard Wilson's scheme is going to put us in a better position than we were in last year,
Yep.
plus with the added pieces.
Yep.
So, like you said, yeah, we shouldn't be writing off games like that. I know I was saying like 8 or 9 games myself because
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
like, dang, thinking about just being the previous seasons, but we reborn, baby.
Yes,
We
sir.
reborn. So it's a whole new
Exactly.
season.
I'm going straight in, balls to the wall, bro. We about to go crazy this season.
Right. 18-0.
Let's
So no,
go.
I'm sorry.
Let's go. Hey, so with that being said, it's a nice little segue into the standard. The standard this into the standard. The standard this week.
Okay.
The standard this week. What's more important in 2026's season?
Mm,
Protecting Dart, building the defense, or
okay.
establishing the culture?
Mm.
What do you think? So out of those three things, what do you think is the most important for us to be successful this season?
Well, I'm gonna stick with protecting Dart because I mean, in this NFL, it's a passing league. If you got that quarterback, you feel like you can win every single game. Um, just thinking like, all right, the Denver Broncos from last year when they were in the AFC Championship, Bo Nix wasn't there. Their defense played well, but they ended up losing to the Patriots.
Yeah,
You know, there's been NFL defenses that they say defenses win championships, but the quarterback gets you to the
yeah,
championship, bro.
yeah.
So, um, I think it's protecting Jackson Dart. That's why we got Mauigoa. When we could have went Caleb Downs, you protect Jackson Dart. You make sure he's good for years to come. The defense, we just keep getting pieces, adding on to it, get a good scheme, keep adding players into there, but you just keep protecting Jackson Dart, let him grow, let him be a good quarterback, and everything else will work itself out. I mean, Jackson Dart is, my opinion, the most important player on this team to grow this year. If he takes that second year jump, he starts hitting those bullseyes. He starts reading defenses better. His processing speed goes up faster. He feels more comfortable. He doesn't feel like he's getting instant pressure or anything like that. He doesn't have to make that dark magic where it's, oh, my read's not there and everything. But with Jackson Dart, when he's getting that protection, he keeps his eyes up. He makes plays down the field. I feel like last year, out of every quarterback in the NFL, when he was doing that Jackson Dart magic running around in the backfield,
Mm,
he always kept his eyes downfield.
yep.
And like he would make the most plays out of any other quarterback just running downfield, not taking the check down.
Mhm.
Let me add a couple more seconds and see if these receivers can shimmy, make a move,
That's why
and get the ball downfield.
that's why Wandell got
So
paid.
exactly. So, and how many plays like even in the Eagles game where he threw it to the sideline and then Wandell made one dude miss,
Broken
you
play.
know, and now he's running down the field for a touchdown. So all it's like it's got to be protecting Dart, and I feel like that's going to establish that culture of we are winners. If you want to keep winning, be here. So that's my answer.
Hey, so it's interesting that you say that because my answer is kind of like what you just said at the end. My
Hmm.
answer is establishing the culture.
Okay.
And I think establishing the culture will build the defense and protect Dart.
Mm,
So
mm.
the reason why I say establishing the culture, and the reason why I brought up earlier, Harbaugh got these rookies out here with no music and things of that nature. I think that if Harbaugh can implement his mentality on these players to where they are taking football as serious as he takes it, to where they
Yeah.
will not accept losing. They will not
Right.
accept giving up uh a fourth quarter lead. They will not accept allowing Dart to be sacked. They will not accept not getting turnovers because of the
Right.
culture shift. I think the culture shift is the
Mhm.
most important piece because they gotta shake off. We don't have that many players that are from the old regime, but we gotta shake off this losing shit. Bro, we've been losing
Yeah.
so long and I'm starting to think that honestly, I think Dexter was probably the last piece that we were holding on to that would have kept
Mm.
that kind of that cloud over our team.
Mm.
And once again, I didn't want Dexter to leave. Don't get it twisted. I'm not sitting here saying I didn't want Dexter on the team, but again, he ain't say
Yeah.
nothing to us, so fuck him. But he's gone now. As far as I'm concerned, Dexter would have had this dark cloud still lingering over our team if we still had him on
Yeah.
the team. And now that he's gone, I feel like that dark cloud has been lifted. And now
Right.
we can move forward with this new roster, the new regime. And I think once they shift the culture, the Giants are not going to be the laughing stock of the NFC East anymore. Now it's, yo, we got to play the Giants, bro. Let's sit down in this film room and figure out how we get
Mm.
around Dart. Let's figure out
Right.
how we going to stop Brian Burns from terrorizing our quarterback. Figure out how
Mhm.
we stop Abdul Carter, Arvell Reese, Kayvon Thibodeau, how we stop this defense, right? Tremaine
Yes,
Edmonds.
sir.
It's going to be the culture that Harbaugh implements that has them running around like their heads are on fire and balls to the wall. I want them smacking people, knocking helmets off. I want to see that hard-nosed
Mm.
football again. So for me,
Yes, sir.
I think it's Harbaugh has to implement this hard-nosed, we're here to punch you in the mouth for 4 quarters and make
Right.
other teams not wanna play us. They see our name on the schedule, they're like, "Shit."
Yeah, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy
You already
dogs.
know.
Woo!
Yes, yes. So I think that's the
Shoo!
move, man. That's the move.
Yeah,
So
okay, I can agree with that. I understand that. I understand that. And because you brought up Dex and you said it, he had that dark cloud. I was like, I think he's the only player that really was worried about a contract. Probably was putting things in other people's heads. Like, they did this, they did Saquon, they did this. Like, man, we were all making the Giants were just making the best moves, what they thought were the best moves for the Giants.
mhm,
And, Dexter being gone, him not saying anything to the fans, like you don't got that massive NY tattoo on you because we drafted you and got you into a place where the fans loved you, and now you just going to dip and not say nothing. At least a thank you to the fans. I appreciate y'all. Love doing the sexy Dexy dance for y'all.
mhm,
It's been a rough couple of years. Wish y'all the best or whatever it may be.
mhm.
But now that he's gone, that dark, like you said, that dark cloud is gone. I don't think anybody else is worried about their contract. Everybody's happy with the money they're getting.
Now
Everybody's good. Now, all we here to do is just play football,
mhm,
straight football. Like you said, knocking people's helmets off.
yes.
You know, clean football where it's within the play. You lay somebody out. You go cheer with the teammates. You're not over them doing nothing crazy, not getting no stupid penalties.
Penalties, yep.
You know what I'm saying? We getting pass breakups.
Mhm.
We tipping the ball up, interceptions. We getting our defensive linemen getting their hands up. We making plays in the
I'm
backfield.
telling you.
Offensive linemen, we getting a lot more rushing yards.
Yep.
You know,
It's gonna
more yards per carry, bro. So many good
it's
things
gonna be
are gonna happen this season, and I just cannot wait. I'm happy
only up from
that
here, man. It's only up from here.
exactly.
I think the rest of the division, they need to be paying attention, man. Go ahead and keep sleeping.
Oh
Keep
yeah.
thinking that you're playing the same team. Go ahead.
Hmm.
I'm okay with it. I'm here for
Right.
all the slander, all the shit talking y'all want to do. Go ahead, but I guarantee you, when it comes down to it, when you see us play the Cowboys, and that first game,
Week
you're gonna
one.
see. Last time we played them
Right.
Sunday night season opener, 40-0. They fucked us up. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you that it was a bad game. I guarantee you, it's
Yeah,
not going down again. You Cowboys
yeah.
fans that are, oh, we got an easy game start this season. You guys are in
Nope.
for a new squad.
Yes, sir, man.
Hey, but
I
with that
cannot
being
wait.
said, we're gonna roll right into the roll call, man. I want to ask this, oh man. I want to ask the crowd, ask the fans, ask everybody that's watching. Do the
Okay.
Giants finally have an identity again?
Mm,
Are the
mm,
Giants back? Are we back up?
okay.
I'm curious.
Are we?
Let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Are the Giants back up? I guess you might not be able to
Um,
answer that right now, but I'm just going off of the Kool-Aid we've been sipping for off season.
right, right.
And
We,
we back.
I'm enjoying the vibes,
You already know. You already know.
the hardball vibes.
Any other hey, anything you want to touch base on before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. Maybe next week we gonna start with the next sophomore increase. We gonna go from last year. I'm trying to word that correctly. We're gonna be talking about more of the sophomores and just the projections of what we got for them.
Yes, sir.
So you know, stay tuned. I got some good ideas for what we're gonna talk about, like Cam Skattebo. What do we think he gonna do next season? Some information like that, you know.
Hey, boy.
So
Y'all already know. Look,
I can't wait.
if you enjoyed listening to us, if you enjoyed the stories, if you enjoyed the takeaways, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your family, share with your friends, so that way we can get to other Giants fans. And we're going to keep bringing you guys this content, man. We appreciate you. This is the new era. This is the standard.
Big Blue Reborn.